What's up everyone, Steven here, bringing you a review of the Zagg Folio backlit keyboard and case for the first generation iPad mini and latest iPad mini with Retina displays. The holidays are coming up and this may be that perfect gift for someone you know with an iPad that needs this sort of accessory. There's an equivalent iPad Air model that functions about the same in case you were in the market for that version. I'd say this case is in the semi-luxury category due to the sleek faux leather material of the exterior. Zagg officially markets this accessory with 4 distinct design features, which are a unique hinge that allows for 135 degrees of multiple viewing angles, the ultra-slim Bluetooth keyboard coming in at 6.9 millimeters, making it one of the thinnest available at this time. And speaking of the keyboard, it's backlit, making typing easier in low-light situations, and some internal magnets that activate the iPad mini's sleep-wake function to preserve battery life. I'd say this shouldn't be your primary choice for a protective case if that's what you're looking for. This one's all about looking sleek, feeling premium, and helping with productivity. It's a nice option, especially for students and business people taking notes. This is almost as effective as doing the same stuff on a laptop. It's lighter to carry around and fits into a bag easier. So if you end up getting this in the mail or checking it out in a store, the first thing you'll obviously encounter is the packaging, which makes a nice first impression. I'm one of those people that enjoys the packaging of a product, and Zagg did a really nice job here. The box has a lot of attention to detail. The icons are a nice printed gloss, and everything from the fonts to the descriptions look great. It's really elegant. They even include magnets in the opening flap that snaps back onto the box to close it. I thought that was a nice touch. Opening the box reveals the case inside, which also includes a micro USB charging cord. When I first took it out of the box, I was impressed with its appearance. It's all black and looks minimalistic, and the leather texture looks awesome. It looks like a suede leather grain hybrid with these subtle leather grooves and feels really nice in the hand. It makes your iPad look like a leather-bound notebook. The next thing I always like to check for are the cutouts on a case, and Zagg did a nice job here. The lightning charge port and speakers look good, so does the rotation lock switch and volume keys, along with the top section. The headphone jack and mic openings are precise and the sleek weight button is unobstructed. On the back, the camera cutout is just as good as everything else. It's also precise and won't get in the way of any shots you may take with the lens. Indeed, the case portion is very thin and it's really easy to snap the iPad in there and just as easy to take out. Once it is snapped in, the iPad felt secure, so it shouldn't fall out easily. As far as setup, it's pretty easy. Being that it's a Bluetooth keyboard, you of course need to enable the Bluetooth function on the iPad, which can be done either in the control center or within the settings menu. Once that's enabled, your iPad will locate nearby Bluetooth devices. For the iPad to find the keyboard, you'll need to engage the pairing button on the outside corner of the case, located next to the power button. You'll see the keyboard listed as Zagg Keys Folio, and just simply tap it to connect and you're set. I didn't have any issues with it disconnecting from that point on. Now this is a battery powered keyboard, and you charge it via the included micro USB cable to the port on the side, and you'll know it's charging as it'll activate the LED indicator right next to the port. Zagg claims you can get up to a few months of battery life without having to recharge it, although that probably depends on how often you use the backlights of the keyboard. The LED flashes one of 3 ways. 3 green flashes indicate 50% or more battery life remaining. 3 yellow flashes indicate between 25 to 50% left, and 3 red flashes for 25% or less left. The uniquely designed hinge feature delivers on everything advertised. I played with a bunch of different angle settings and the hinge felt smooth. What I really liked about it was that even at some more extreme angles, the weight of the iPad didn't affect the keyboard. No wobbling or lifting. I've read in some reviews that there were some reliability issues with the hinge, but hopefully Zagg addressed that with this version. It's this hinge that makes it a more compelling laptop substitute. Now on to the marquee feature of this accessory, and that is the included keyboard. It's made out of plastic and even has a miniature rest section for your wrist on the bottom. It's got the standard keyboard stuff like letters and numbers, and even command and function buttons. Along the top, you'll find the special function keys. From left to right, you've got the home key, lock, mic, keyboard hide and show, copy paste, music controls, and audio controls. All these keys respond quickly without lag, and I especially like the home key, which is super useful when the iPad is in landscape orientation, so you don't have to press the actual iPad home button. So the standout killer feature, of course, is the keyboard is backlit. Again, super useful in low light situations for visibility. What's really cool is you can customize the look of the keys by changing the colors and brightness. You've got white, red, amber, green, aqua, blue, and violet. Now, a quick note about the brightness. To conserve battery life, the backlight turns off after 60 seconds of non-typing, but will turn back on once you press any key. Obviously, the brighter the lighting, the shorter the battery life will be. This keyboard is perfect for whatever productivity apps you're using. Here's an example of me typing something in the Apple Pages app, and it works really well. The keys have nice feel with good travel and responsiveness. They don't feel cheap at all. If you've always wanted keyboard functionality on a tablet, this one seriously delivers. It does feel a little cramped, but that's understandable as we are working on an iPad mini, but it didn't bother me. Now, with all the praise I have for this case, it has some cons. They're minor, but still something to consider. The backlit keys don't actually illuminate the numbers and letters. The keyboard hinge does interfere with the ability to swipe up on the touchscreen to access Control Center, which actually started to bother me as I use Control Center a lot. As slim as the bottom case portion is, the keyboard adds some thickness and weight to the iPad, which on its own is pretty light. Not a big deal for me. In some of the reviews I read, there were actual complaints of the hinge not being durable, which could be a possibility, and the keyboard may be too cramped for some. A last minor note is if you have a glass screen protector, I think the thickness of it is going to interfere with the case being able to close all the way. This is a niche type of accessory for the iPad mini, so if you end up utilizing the keyboard a lot and want something kind of luxurious, this is a case I would definitely recommend for you. I personally like something a little slimmer, but if I was still in school, I think I'd go for this case. It's not a case you get for protection, but more so the experience of the leather grain and being able to utilize the productivity apps with your iPad mini. It's a bit of an investment at anywhere from $50 to $100 depending on where you get it. It may not be as powerful as a full-featured laptop, but for basic tasks, it'll get the job done. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button and share it across all your social media. If you're enjoying my content, be sure to subscribe to the channel as I've got plenty more coming your way. I'm frequently on my social media and you can follow me via the links listed down below. Once again, thanks for watching and I will catch you in the next video.